I need to talk about something. Yesterday, somebody had a problem with me covering the crash emoji, also it meaning explosion, debunking emoji, talking about emoji, when somebody who almost became a billionaire posting memes on Twitter, aka X, posting emojis, trolling on his live streams, has millions of people following him, going by the name of Roaring Kitty, must sound so stupid, right? No. It's not stupid. What's stupid is the fact that you don't sit back and actually pay attention to what's going on. Instead, you be judgmental and decide to lose money in the market. So now that that's out of the way, let's cover a couple things that has to do with Roaring Kitty and what might come in the price action going forward. I also want to talk about a couple other things like Citron Research and what just happened. We're going to cover AMC GameStop's chart, the overall market, and some additional plays. So watch until the end of the video, like the video, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Okay, so yesterday we talked about the crash emoji, aka the explosion emoji on Roaring Kitty, and we're not covering this in every video, but I want to explain what could potentially be coming up since that crash/explosion emoji is where we're sitting at right now. We didn't necessarily see a crash or explosion just yet, but the market is showing extreme weakness. AMC and GameStop are showing some important things that we're going to talk about in the charts as well. Next up, we have the cheers. People could interpret this in many ways, such as International Beer Day, a celebration on the first Friday of every August, which was founded in 2007. A lot of people are also saying this is April 7th. It is not August 2nd. However, I believe there is a difference between these dates, and the one of them being that coincidental one. I'm going to go with this as the definition. So we're potentially watching as a crash and explosion occurs leading into August 2nd and shortly after. And that, I believe, is the last thing Roaring Kitty will be here for, because at the end of his videos he says cheers. Okay, SEC charges Andrew Left and Citron Capital for $20 million fraud scheme. If you guys don't know who they are, we covered them in plenty of videos. They were shorting GameStop and they got wiped out multiple times trying to short GameStop. Well, the SEC has just charged them for engaging in a $20 million multi-year scheme to defraud followers by publishing false and misleading statements regarding his supposed stock trading recommendations. The CEO, Andrew Left, the SEC complaint alleges that Left, who resides in Florida, used Citron Research website and related social media platforms on at least 26 occasions to publicly recommend taking long or short positions in 23 companies, and held out the positions as consistent with his own and Citron Capital's positions. Basically, going down the line, Citron pumped and dumped over 26 different stocks. So they charged him for illegally using his public platform to profit from manipulating stock market activity. We know most, if not all, of these short institutions, these hedge funds, are corrupt, and the SEC fine is maybe or maybe not going to be much on them, but I can tell that their track record has not been doing well, especially with GameStop, and they just may be the Melvin Capital of 2021 in 2024. Okay, AMC's trading at $5.23, up 1.56% on the day. This is very simple. I expect AMC to trade sideways today, coming into next week, getting a massive pop up above $6.30 to between $7. This is the zone I see AMC going to based off of this bounce that we got at $4.60. After this level at $6.30 and $7, I'm expecting a base anywhere above $5.85, and then the week after, following the week, right, AMC has its massive move up, and this is just based on the cycles that we have had drawn out. Lastly, before we get into GameStop's chart, I have been hearing a ton of great things about the new Deadpool movie. If you've seen it, drop it in the comments down below. I had a buddy go see it. He thought it was amazing as well, so this should be good for the box office as well as AMC. I know this is a big movie. Now, GameStop broke back into this ascending support channel, sort of, that you see. We're on the 1 hour time frame, and I said don't be excited until GameStop closes at least above 26 bucks, and I still stand by that as of right now. GameStop also on the Bollinger Bands on the 4 hour, we got this tightening here like we said before back here. Now this is a second conspiracy, right? Because I also find this interesting, because we were saying this contraction looks very similar back here before this major move up, and then you had this slight expansion, which you saw back here, slight expansion before this massive move. So is GameStop about to expand like crazy and have another massive move up? What's so interesting about this is the other National Beer Day on April 7th. If you grab the bars pattern from that time frame and track it, Roaring Kitty could just be saying we're gonna chop trade right here and just explode to the moon. Now either way, August 2nd or you grab the bars pattern from April 7th, you still have a very similar time frame as to where GameStop is likely to explode to the upside. AMC not reporting options chain data on Stonko Tracker. Short exempts are also pretty high again, 950,000. GameStop really not much happening. Short exempts pretty low, volume low, options chain not much happening. A lot of premium going to market makers there. Now, June PCE inflation, the Fed's preferred inflation measure, was 2.6% above expectations of 2.5%. Core PCE inflation fell to 2.5 in line with expectations, and now PCE inflation is flat and PPI inflation is rising. Can the Fed actually cut rates in September? The market is looking a little bit optimistic, up 1.26%, trading at 545.28. My outlook on the market is this. So we touched this channel and we got a bounce showing a little bit of strength off of this, but volume is pretty low on the SPY. I would watch for another rejection right around 547 on the SPY to bring us even lower into the zone, at least to the bottom of it around 532.50. Here's what I see happening with the SPY. I think if the SPY's momentum carries over, you could hit a max right at the top of this range around 556.75. If the SPY continues to show weakness out of this zone under 532.50, you could hit a low of about 524 to 518, and that would be the low on the SPY. These are the two levels I see with the SPY, and I'm just going to be watching them from here. Also with the S&P 500, my indicator is showing us on a larger time frame. This is something that we could possibly see the SPY getting a little bit of a rebound here, in which it is doing, before selling off to around 518, which is the level that we have drawn out. So this is very important as well, seeing a couple things match up, but we just need to see where momentum is going and if people are back to risk on. Also, Nvidia got a little bit of a bounce and now selling off once again, showing a lot of weakness here. Lots of volume on the red days for Nvidia. We wicked down twice and we held very, very strongly right around 107. If 107 ends up breaking, Nvidia is going to bleed pretty bad and potentially get a gap fill to $96, and that'll be the price target for me. Tesla also bleeding pretty bad, 220.30, flat on the day. Tested this level up here and now getting flushed. I think Tesla is coming down to at least 206.50. Couple additional things. Ford is expecting to lose $5 billion on its electric vehicle business this year alone. In other words, Ford loses 44,000 on every EV they produce. Ford's EV sales were down a whopping 37% last quarter. Disaster is an understatement. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. And Netflix just donated $7 million to Kamala Harris, and people are now canceling their subscription. Does this mean grab puts on Netflix? Lastly, I've talked about this in the past very strongly, and I think it's still very strong. Double top, but rebounding is ELF, ticker symbol ELF, doing good even though things are showing weakness, up about 7%. ELF is just looking beautiful. They also have earnings coming up August 8th, and I think they will continue to do well. Lastly, crypto, Bitcoin. I want to show you something on the weekly time frame. You had volume pick up on two nasty candles. This candle got a nasty wick down on this weekly, now closing above 66,500, which is very important. Again, it's not closing yet. You have a couple more days, but it is 1,000 above that level, which is good on Bitcoin. However, when you see steam start running out like this, you need to really make sure that levels end up holding so that momentum can come back in and buyers can get another leg up. If levels don't hold, Bitcoin is looking actually bearish. But as of right now, nothing to say about an invalidation. Ethereum looking technically bearish. However, the previous bars pattern line up perfectly with this bottom getting in on Ethereum, getting this perfect curl higher, and then a little bit of a sell-off. Expect Ethereum to bounce. If Ethereum can close above 35.50, I will also be bullish on Ethereum. Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to press the third link under the video to come talk with me and the most amazing people in Discord. You can also see my trades as soon as I enter them. We talk stocks and crypto all day long. There are no bad questions, and we have options trading alerts in there. Post our gains, post our losses. Let's become financially free together. It is a coffee a month. It is well well worth it for the value you get out of it. Also, the top link for my custom indicator. If you want, you can add this to your TradingView charts. There's also a free trial that you can get. It is pattern detection and forecasting. Go get it, guys. I believe I have one of the best indicators out there. Lastly, the second link under the video is for Moomoo, where you can get up to 20 free stocks and earn 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash for doing absolutely nothing. Use my link, open an account through them, and deposit into your account. Do that right now. You're also getting level 2 order book data for free, access to trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more. And your money is insured here. It's a broker like Webull or Fidelity or Robinhood with more benefits, in my opinion. That is it, guys. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.